Hey guys, welcome to LawnCareMadeEasy.com. I'm Zach Stroud. Today we're going to do a little bit of container plantings. I have some plants here that I'm going to show you what I'm going to put in those containers. We're going to start off with some Kimberly ferns. It's kind of this area that we're talking about is the front porch, and I'll show you that in a moment. But it's the front porch, so it gets, a little bit of shade, a little bit of sun, but a lot of evening sun. So I wanted some plants that could take both. So I think this will be a great arrangement and some color throughout the rest of the year. We are now in May, so I'd want this to last at least through here in South Carolina, at least through October. So like I said, we have a Kimberly fern here that's going to be our top tier of that pot, and we're going to follow it in with some, this is sweet potato vine. It's a sidekick lime heart by Monrovia. And the other orange and red looking are the double orange by Proven Winner. It's a super bale. So these are supposed to have an abundance of color and flowers all year long. So we're going to put this arrangement together. And I have my Stay Green, potting soil. So I'm going to grab one of these pots and we'll get busy with that. All right, guys. So this is the pot I'll be using. We do have some soil in it from last year, so I'm going to use some of that. I'm just going to kind of turn it over. I think it'll be fine, especially since I'm mixing it with some new potting soil. So all I'm really going to do is just kind of turn this soil in, or turn this soil around and get down in the back of it. So we're just going to kind of turn this over and see, these are some of the roots. We're going to throw those out from the old plants. We don't want that in there. Those are the kind of things you don't want to leave in there. You get all that out, clean it out real good. And just keep turning it over. As much as that root out there and leaves and all the trash that was, because it sat over the winter anyway, so clean all this out really good. Okay, so I think we've got most of that out. So the first thing I want to start with is your bigger plant. And these Kimberly ferns, as far as this arrangement goes, is the largest one. I didn't put anything larger or anything more mounding in there because this Kimberly fern is going to take up a lot of space. So I wanted things to kind of trail off the sides and give it some color that way. So we're going to kind of just rough the sides up, because it's something that, like that, you got to just kind of open that root up. So all we're doing is kind of just making some holes and freeing up some of those roots. Letting some air in there. Okay, so we have our fern in there now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some soil around this, and then I'm gonna put my smaller plants in there. So kind of center that taller one up, or maybe a little bit towards the back. So it's a lot easier to move the soil around with your hands without damaging a lot of the limbs. This is a lot of soil we have to put in there. And just remember, when you put the soil in and you do go to water it, it's going to go down just a little bit. So I always kind of fill it right to the rim, because I know that we're going to lose some height on that soil. And you want good quality potting soil when you're doing your planting. because if you use stuff that's not good quality, you're not going to get a good reaction out of your plants. So make sure you're doing or using good potting soil, good organic, or maybe not even organic, just as long as it's a good potting soil. Okay. Now just give it a good shake. Let's fill that in real good. Let's put our other one in. I used these for the first time last year in a couple of planters I have, and they really did really well. And some of them even came back this year. But make sure there's a lot of soil around them. And make sure that root structure's down in there. Now we're going to put the potato vine in the front, and this is from Monrovia. You see the chartreuse, the darker green, and the orange colors. That's really going to look really nice together. But this is going to be more your focal point, the Kimberly fern. Press them down, make sure all that root's down in there. And always give it a good shake, kind of even everything out. And like I said, you may see a lot of soil at the top, but once you water it, you'll see the soil kind of drop down. Okay. I have my soil up pretty high, especially to the top of this rim of this pot. So what's going to happen is that soil, once I water it, it's going to kind of drop down some. Okay, so you're going to lose some depth in that. So you may have to add some more soil after you water it. And so I'm going to put some water in there, water everything in real good. And you need to water every day for about a week, and then you can go to every other day. And to keep everything blooming, you'll need to use some fertilizer. I always, in my pots, I always like to use a liquid fertilizer. That way they get that fertilizer immediately. And I do that about every 14 days. So any type of liquid fertilizer would be good. Just water it really good. And usually you'll see it start coming at the bottom of the pot. So this is just a reminder, if this is a new planting pot that you're buying, turn around or turn it upside down, look at the bottom and see if you have at least 3 holes in it. That way that water can drain and it won't stay at the bottom and kind of build up, because if they have too much water on their roots, they will die. And this is kind of a tall pot, so, or planter. Okay guys, so this is the ending result of where we're going to put our planters. I like them here because we have the black door, the brick, and also the white. So this chartreuse and these orange colors and this darker green of the Kimberly fern will really accent this area and bring out a lot of color. So the second one that I did had a little bit of difficulty. I had the plant I had in there last year actually consumed the entire pot, so I had to take all that whole root out and fill it in with new soil. So got some new soil in this one. Put a little peat moss in there as well. Keep it moist during the hot summer, because it really gets hot here. But I'm gonna fertilize these with, like I said earlier, I'm gonna fertilize them about every 14 days with the liquid fertilizer. I'm gonna water them every day for a week, and then every other day after that, just to see how they respond. If they need water every day, then of course I'll give it to them. But we're just gonna see how these do. And I hope this helps you out, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys.